¿Qué es la que hay, mi gente? This is your boy, Master Cruz from Virtual Math Masters. And today we're going to talk about 5 tips every math student needs to get a higher grade in math. So check it out. What I'm going to tell you today, I'm going to tell it to you as a student, but remember, I'm actually a teacher. So I'm going to give you some hacks that you could do as a student to get in your teacher's mind for you to get an extra credit or maybe for you to get a higher grade. So here we go. Tip number 1, sit next to a smart student in the class. So believe it or not, sitting next to a student who completes their work will help you get a better grade. Why? 2 reasons. Number 1, you have a higher chance of completing your work. And number 2, you're going to stay more focused and less distracted because they actually care about completing the work. Now I know what you're thinking. You're asking me to copy, and that's not exactly what I'm saying. All right, what I want you to do, not to copy, is to ask questions to your friend, to your classmate. Like, how did you get that answer? Your classmate may use a different way to explain it other than the way that the teacher taught, and maybe it will just click with you. Get their contact info. Like, create a group chat, my goodness. Like, sometimes we create group chats for when we're gonna go out, for a party, or for movies, or whatever it is. Create a group chat to solve math problems. Tip number 2. Ask for help when needed. Now, I know that some people are afraid of asking questions. You can do this in front of the whole class, or you can just raise your hand and have your teacher come to you, or wait at the end and ask the questions, but I really don't recommend you to wait until the end. If you kind of look around, most of the students that have the highest grades are the ones that ask questions the most. You need to move away from that fear that if I ask questions, people are going to think I'm dumb. The truth is, and this is statistically proven, that if you have a question, the person right next to you has the same question, they just haven't asked it yet. So asking questions clears doubts and lets your teacher know that you care. Your teacher loves when you ask questions. Now, it may not seem that way because some students ask some not good questions. The questions that you want to ask, I get that, but I don't get that next step. Can you explain it in a different way? That's a great question to ask. You could tell them, this is very difficult, but I'm going to try my best. How can I do this again? Can you repeat that? If you say those questions, you'll be good. Questions that you want to stay away from. At what time do we leave? Teachers don't like to hear that. All right. Is this for a grade? That's the worst question that you could ask. Teachers don't like that at all. So stay focused and you will know when to ask the right questions. Tip number 3, go to class prepared and start the bell work right away. Take your pencil with you, my goodness. Start working on their work. Do not stop working in class. So I know that some people may not be excited about math, and it's all right, but don't stop working in it. Take good notes, complete the work. Teachers love honesty. You want some extra credit? Try this one tomorrow and see your teacher's reactions just for fun. All right, I want you to actually walk up to your teacher tomorrow and tell them, hey, math is not my favorite subject, but I'm going to do everything I can to have learning gains this year. Now, it's important that you say that phrase, learning gains, and I will talk about that in a different video, because learning gains is an actual term that teachers use, meaning that you didn't know something yesterday and you learn it today. That's a learning gain. Doesn't mean that you got 100 in the class. It means that you learned something. You will see the results and the teacher will remember when you need the extra credit. So try your best and do some effort. Tip number 4, show your work. Now, you've heard this one before. If possible, use the teacher method, right? But if you have a method, if you know how to do something in a different way that your teacher taught it, you need to go up to your teacher right away and let them know, hey, I know how to do this in a different way, but we still got the same answer. I just want to let you know because I don't want you to think that I'm copying. So let them know if you know a different way. Some people want to use apps or websites to solve problems. Well, be smart about it. Smart with a capital S-M-A-R-T, all right? Use these to check your answers and understand the process better. But not to copy, man. If you copy, you're gonna fail the test. And if you fail the test, you're still not gonna pass the class, or you're gonna fail the standardized testing, right? So study for an exam at least 3 days in advance. Study and do not just review. There's a huge difference between studying and review, and I will make a video in the community, the Virtual Math Masters community, explaining the difference. Use free software like Khan Academy to practice. Show your work. And the fifth, but the most important tip, are you ready for the most important tip? Woo! Drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll, but you make it in your head. Tip number 5, do not do math alone. I do not understand why people want to do this by themselves. It is okay to do it with other students, with a community. Think about it. When you go to watch movies, you don't go alone. When you go to play video games, if you're into video games, you have a community that you play with. The things that you enjoy doing, don't do them alone. So the things that you need to do, even if you don't enjoy them, don't do them alone either. The best way that you can not do math alone is with a professional. So when you join Virtual Math Masters community, we'll provide you feedback. And if you need additional help, check out the Masters Tutoring program so you never do math alone again. I'll be there to help you out. I'm gonna make another video that is gonna be called How to Pass Your Math Class with an F. So if you feel that these tips were helpful, please comment, like, subscribe. Let us know if there's another tip that you could think about that maybe I didn't mention, but it has worked for you. Of course, always pay attention, behave, stay on task, do all those great things, and you'll do great. This was Master Cruz, your boy with Virtual Math Masters. Peace out.